If you went to school in Sierra Vista, you probably know Mrs. Maudlin Connie Johnson. Coming from a long line of educators, Mrs. Johnson spent over 40 years as a teacher, administrator, and Sierra Vista Unified School District board member. Fueled by her own experiences of segregation and choked opportunities, she went on to become one of the founding members of the Greater Huachuca Area branch of the NAACP. Her dedication to educating the next generation of Arizonans and uplifting everyone in her community has left an immeasurable mark on Southern Arizona. I am so proud to present her story.
I'm from a family of educators. I think just about everybody in my family were educators. So it was just no doubt about whenever you grew up and got old enough to know what you were going to do. You just knew you were going to go to school, you were going to be an educator, you were going to do this, do that. But there was no doubt about that. So I got stationed at Fort Huachuca because of my husband being military. Came in '69. It just was not that many black teachers in this area, not just Fort Huachuca, but also in Sierra Vista. When we came here to Fort Huachuca, there were some problems going on with the military soldiers. And Dorothy, she was a librarian on Fort Huachuca. So the two of us knew each other from Panama. So we said, well, what do we need to do? We keep hearing about these young people, guys having problems and feeling like they're not being treated fairly, and they're having problems. And we both had families that had joined NAACP, and we were familiar with it. So we said, well, maybe we should figure out how we can join the NAACP so we can deal with some of these problems. So we got the branch started, and that's why they call us the founders, because the two of us worked together to get that taken care of. But things like that, if people would come and tell us what bothered them, we would go and check it out. And if it was anything that had to do with soldiers being able to feel uncomfortable and all, we would present it to the people on post that could do something about it. I was on the board, I think it was 42 years or something like that. The teachers in Sierra Vista went on strike. They would tell me what was going on that had bothering them. And I would talk to them about it. Well, I don't understand this, I don't understand that. Why don't you do this? And I'd ask them, I say, have you talked to your people that can do something about this? Have you talked to them? And they say, well, they don't pay any attention to us either. So I said, well, that needs to be changed. And they said, now we want you to run for the board. And I'm still in the classroom. So I actually got on the board when I was teaching in the classroom, and they had not heard of that happening anyplace else. And that's how I got involved. The best advice I could give is that you treat people the way you would like for them to treat you. And if you do that, you're going to be okay.